Hi guys,
Hello people,
I'm
I'm
Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching Sopranos
Episode 3. This is
of
the
season
first
4.
thing that we're filming in the new year, in
Yes,
2025.
yes, it's 2nd January.
I came here wearing my clothes.
But she got her present.
Yes, and look, it's so cute. I'm wearing pajamas. I know I'm showing you. Doesn't matter, I'm wearing pajamas. I'm wearing pajamas. Look how cute, isn't it so fucking cute?
Yes, it's adorable.
So this is my present.
So Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I think we should just like keep this until like April or something.
No, we're gonna keep this until 14th of January.
Oh, when the Serbian New Year passes.
We're waiting for Serbian Christmas, we're waiting for Serbian New Year because we need to have 2 New Years
Yeah, but like
in Serbia. And then that's it. Then we're
I always
gonna
like
take off the decorations, Christmas tree and everything.
Yeah, it's so usual to say like Christmas presents, but like we always get our presents at New Year's because New Year's comes first for us, and then later on Christmas comes. So like when you get your presents, you get them on New Year's. Like I don't. Well, I guess not everybody, but like I never connect Christmas with gifts. I connect New Year's with gifts. And like when it's Christmas, I just know the whole family is gonna gather and I'm gonna like eat until I fucking die. Like that's what I think when Christmas comes, you know, and like you search for like there's this bread. I don't know how to explain it otherwise. And like there's a coin that's hidden inside the bread and like you wait to see who gets the coin and that means good luck for the upcoming year. And so, like, that's why I connect just
That's
Christmas.
actually not true. That means a lot of money for next year.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I think it means money and, like, good fortune, health, everything. No, or is it just money?
No, just because, like, maybe if your family cut out all other things that, like, went into the bread. Because before you put like 5 things into bread.
No, we just put a coin.
One meant health, one meant happiness, one meant money, one meant things. But like people decided to put just money, you know. That's what most people care about.
No, I just like I connect the coin with everything, like all good, everything good, you know.
Actually, a coin is just money, so.
Well, that's our tradition.
Yes.
So like.
Yes, but like I think I had friends in elementary school who only got presents for Christmas.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like I think it's mixed.
Yeah, because like everyone I know.
I always got it for New Year's.
Me too.
But like sometimes I got another present for Christmas or something.
I only got presents like if like relatives came, you know. Okay. It's like they give you a gift, but like they give you for like New Year's, you know what I mean? Yeah. But just like they have to give it to you later. I don't know. I feel like we say this every year. I feel like
this is first time us telling.
Guys, I'm pretty sure we already talked about the coin thing.
Oh, coin thing maybe.
Right?
Coin thing maybe, yes.
Because like I think last year I'm the one that like took the coin. Maybe.
I wasn't. The thing is, last year my mother got the coin, and my mother went into during this year went into to her pension. So like that was a joke because like.
You're gonna earn less in pension.
Exactly, she's gonna earn less than all of us, and like even the money that she earned before is gonna be less. You know what I mean? It's
maybe for her coin just meant like health.
I don't think so.
Anyways, yeah, this is Sopranos. I don't know what to tell you. The season started off perfectly for me. Last episode was great, and so I'm just excited to see everything.
Yeah, honestly, like we talked so much about the show in the previous review. I feel like no need to repeat what we expect to happen.
You know what we're excited about this season.
We're excited about everything. Basically, we love every single storyline that's happening right now. We're interested in every single character. Scared for Adriana, and
now
so,
she's officially, let's say, an informant. We just need to see how that functions.
Exactly. So like,
let's say, yeah.
I feel like Christmas story was more interesting.
Yeah.
We're us repeating ourselves.
Maybe they're gonna disagree. Maybe they're like, this is not what we're here for. But
it is how it is.
It is how it is. The title of the episode.
Christopher Hernandez.
What? About to love this episode. But like, what a title of the episode. Maybe because of the art of Adriana.
Monday's Columbus Day Parade in Newark. Council Chairman Del Redcliffe, Professor of Cultural Anthropology at Rutgers, says council members and supporters will lie down in the path of Columbus Day marches. Quote, the Native Americans and their sympathizers plan to begin a death watch tomorrow over the statue of Columbus in Christopher Columbus Park.
Some fucking balls bad-mouthed in America, especially now.
I thought Columbus was the hero of America.
Oh, see, it's these Indians and the commie fucks. They want to paint Columbus as a slave trader instead of an explorer.
You gotta admit, they did get massacred, the Indians. It's not like we didn't give him a bunch of shit to make up for that.
The fuck we ever get, we have to work our balls off.
Chris is a fucking genius when he's saying next to all of them.
Smoking mushrooms and collecting government checks.
You know
What are you guys doing?
I'll tell you what it is. It's
What do you mean?
anti-Italian discrimination. Columbus Day is a day of Italian pride.
I kept seeing this anti-Italian because of the Luigi guy.
Fuck them.
I kept seeing that picture.
North of Italy always have the money and the power. They punish the South since hundreds of years. Even today, they put up their nose at us like we're peasants.
Who's the star?
She's a gym girl.
Mark last day.
I cannot.
She's very good. You should come, Adriana. Furio Junta just bought himself a little house in Nutley. He is so gorgeous.
She keeps talking about Furio.
I think he should lose the ponytail. Well, she pretends to be his friend. What a two-face. How much money did you make today, slut?
300.
That's all, bitch? Work that ass, you little cunt.
You lucky baby. Hi, Rose. How are you? What? I can't hear you too good.
How can we do this with Ro on the phone?
No.
We're so wacky. No regard for nothing.
How you getting on?
I feel old.
Hey, listen, John. I just want to say, I hope your feelings weren't hurt too bad, and that it never got back to the missus.
What the fuck you talking about?
You didn't hear the joke about Jimmy? Never mind. Let it die at that.
What joke?
John, you're better off not here.
Fuck that. I demand you tell me, Paulie. So we ain't getting what we expected to get.
Knew what you expected.
Are you gonna mention this?
More laborers off the books.
The
Nobody's
joke, yeah.
talking to you.
He made a joke.
He's the one who made the joke, yeah.
You did it with inside knowledge from Ronzella.
Come to your attention from where?
That property's hot because of the Esplanade. We share the Esplanade. The Soprano family's gonna benefit from it, then Carmine feels we should have too.
Tony, Fury out here.
The person you trust most was your broker. Let's look at your credit allocation. At Schwab, we give advice that's objective portfolio.
Look at the way she's looking at me.
I got pictures of my new house.
Oh, let me see.
I forget what time they're in because like he's taking actual pictures. I was like the phone.
All I know is Italian Americans are extremely proud of Christopher Columbus.
I think it's great collecting Christopher Columbus and how different people view him as a hero and genocidal maniac.
Two simple people from Sicily.
Nah.
This is what you do with Tony's crimes. Just turn it off.
Uncle Joe's trial starts. First Soprano family trial in 16 years. We should go.
Hopefully not last.
The guy's gonna be at the other place.
Look how we both preserve the tradition of our ancestors and managed to become new Italian American women. Such flair we have added to our image. And yet America still sees us as pizza makers and Mama Leones. Our grandmothers may have been dressed in black, but we're in Moschino and Armani. A Princeton study showed that 74% of Americans associated Italian Americans with organized crime. Why did they do this? Because of the way the media depict us. Again, it is our job to make sure people know the other side of Italian American culture, the educated, wage-earning, law-abiding side. Thank you.
Tony isn't Tony. Doesn't represent Italians. You know, he just happens to be Italian.
Well, I'll say it. That was totally uncalled for.
Father had told us to forget who his friends are. It was outrageous, Carm. I'm shocked. What are you gonna do? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Really, though, how dare he? After all you've done for this parish. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Buongiorno. Bene qua.
Father, I don't know what to say. I'm so upset.
Why? What's wrong?
What's wrong? Carmela is one of your biggest supporters and friends. How dare you let her suffer humiliation and embarrassment at the hands of an outsider? Unfortunately, because of her husband's high profile in the waste industry, Carmela's the one who bears the brunt of these insults. But there were many of us who were equally offended.
I am sorry. This is an open forum. You did hear me bring up that new study.
Well, if that's your idea of a good luncheon speaker, I suggest you think about who really keeps this parish alive year after year.
The size of your cities pain the eyes of the red man.
Mussolini was Hitler's best!
And the word
What are you even?
Hey, you cops, get out of here! You son of a bitch about these shores!
Not better not be Columbus. Take it down.
He's going to burn the way our ancestors did.
Go sit down, cupcake!
They're so pathetic. Like it's ridiculous. What foot do they have to stand on? Oh my god.
Something. You know, I gotta go. I'm getting my new crown today. Bye-bye.
No one here lives in the real world. Like, what is the thing that you're talking about? The hypocrisy is ridiculous. Christopher Columbus, that's the hill you wanna die on.
Literally, that's the funniest thing of all.
Hello.
The thing is, I can promise you this is how a lot of Serbian people act about our war criminals.
She can't do it? I'm stuck in traffic now. I gotta go to the store. Your mother's a real pain to you-know-what sometimes. When she gets home, tell her I said thanks a lot.
You do not speak about their mother to your children like that.
Can't find a recipe. I'll have sandwich. Oh, it's around here somewhere. Hello? Hey, Gab. What? When? Oh, no. Oh, God, that's terrible. Karen had an accident on Pompton Avenue. She's dead. Oh, come on.
Interesting.
What?
What is this gonna bring?
I'd be sitting there devastated. What's Bobby gonna do? You do it, that woman.
What the fuck you doing getting pinched for public disturbance when his family's on trial?
I'm sorry, Tone.
Yeah, you went down there too. Dog.
It was my idea.
That little
Yeah, it
boy
looks
in
like
St.
your idea.
Barnabas. Plus we lost face down there.
This is something that hits home. I can't turn the other cheek on this.
I know, but we're running a
Shut the
business
fuck
here.
up, please. You can't turn the other cheek.
Don't you all got something to do?
We're the victims here. Oh, you write a check too? Don't.
How can you say that with a straight face?
Joe Colombo, who founded the first Italian-American anti-defamation organization. You were still out of line. You're right. I think the guys, and myself too, we need your leadership on this.
That you dated a friend and colleague of your brother's, he left you flat, disappeared into the witness protection program.
I know.
Now, another man who works with your brother, unable to meet your basic needs for love and respect, involved with another woman.
Which brings me back to my childhood, and my mother, and my father,
Now we're talking.
where I had no love and no support, and where I was shamed and ridiculed for being artistic.
In your relationship with these men, you have replaced your father with your brother as a figure of authority that you need to prove something to. You set up these scenarios with these men similar to your father and your brother seeking your brother, i.e., your father's acceptance. The work is to make new choices that have nothing to do with old patterns.
I wanted Sandy, but I do. God give me the strength.
But like Sandy's
Sure.
environment here,
Your Star Ledger interview conflicts with
like it's so busy.
Yeah, I saw you on Channel 20. No, don't get up. I'm Henry Caruso. We're pleased to meet you. And this lovely lady.
Get away from these
Like your daughter
people.
and Bill's TA.
Yes, I can see that.
Uncomfortable.
Well, I might as well get to the point. I represent a group of concerned citizens who are very upset about this protest you're spearheading, no puns intended.
Who do you represent?
Italians. And they've asked me to tell you that it's really not in your best interest to go through with this fucking thing.
Well, if you come here to intimidate me, you don't know much about Indian Resolve.
Dale, should I call security?
You keep up your bullshit. We're gonna go wide with this thing.
Knock yourself out.
We're having a discussion about Christopher Columbus.
They would make fine servants. With 50 men, we could subjugate them
Subjugate.
and make them do whatever we want. That doesn't sound like a slave trade to you?
George Washington had slaves, the father of our country.
Well, what's your point?
Exactly. What's your point?
Teacher, Mr. Cushman, is teaching your son that if Columbus was alive today, he would go on trial for crimes against humanity like Milosevic and
Oh, here we are. Here we are. See.
It's in my history book.
Oh well, your family likes to rewrite
Finally
history.
read a book and it's bullshit.
Tony.
Look, you had to walk in Columbus's shoes to see what he went through. You remember when we went to Florida, the heat, and those bugs?
Oh, like it took us to murder people and put them in chains.
He was a victim of his time.
Who cares? It's what he did.
He discovered America is what he did.
How do I save you from these people? How do I save you from these people?
End of story.
Boy, do not listen to a word they say. If I can get you to college in some other state where you have minimal contact with your fucking parents, I am getting pissed off.
I should have known you needed me. I should have been with you. I should have been in your place. My love. My sweet love.
And how they love you.
There he is, John. Look, I'm sorry I missed the Lakers nursing school graduation. Unforgivable. But I made it up to him.
He's not mad at you because of that.
Stick it in your ass.
I have more respect for him than I do for most of them.
Fuck, John?
John, what's going on? I don't want to talk about it.
Let's go, John.
What's this?
Let's fucking go, John. You want to take them down? I'm with you.
Something's going on.
I kind of want them to know what happened.
Also, I don't know where Conrad's up my ass with this Freeland Avenue bullshit. Somebody's talking too much.
That's true.
It's costing me money.
It's all your pals, Paulie.
Dwelling on all this stuff. It's not stuff. Do you have any idea?
Dwelling on the death of your son.
Husband.
It's not stuff. It's death. It's pain.
We're talking to Ralphie.
I'm having a lot of trouble dealing with this. I don't think there's anything I can do.
You can be there for me. You can comfort me.
He doesn't want to.
Oh.
What about me?
Oh, what about me?
What do I get out of it?
There it is. Right there. What do you get? What, you want to leave me?
I think that is the best thing that can happen to you, girl.
Then get the fuck out.
It's Columbus Day protest, so we need somebody to make it go away.
What's wrong with freedom of speech?
Yeah? Yeah, my kid's talking about Columbus. He calls him a thief and a murderer.
Well, they wiped out almost all of my people.
Your child is smarter than you.
Strictly speaking, they were Taino Indians who got raped by Columbus and the conquistadors.
That's right, Reuben.
Oh, yeah, I got Martin Luther King Day. What do we got?
I can't say I don't have any sympathy for the red man.
Why is that?
Jews, because of their history, have common cause with the oppressed.
You want to talk bioterrorism? Look who started it.
Amen to that, my friend.
That's right. Christopher Columbus was no better than Adolf Hitler.
Hey, whoa. Back up.
I'm not the only one who thinks so.
Yeah, that Indian from the protest was whining about the wilderness. He had him on TV, and he called Columbus Hitler.
Of course, it's true, man.
You're talking out of your ass. You got that kind of covert anti-Semitism. I'd like you to leave my house.
Anti-Semitism.
God,
That's
things
right.
don't change in the past 25 years.
Guys, come on. Reuben, hush. You guys been friends for years.
You got the converted anti-Semitism. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, I broke it off.
What the fuck are you doing?
We don't have to hide, baby. I did it. I told Rome.
Not about us?
No. I told her I didn't want to be with her anymore, and I left. Now I can devote myself to you completely. Now, no more fear, no more guilt, just sex.
Yeah.
You know what I want.
And you want it all, don't you?
The Goonie is solid.
Chief, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Silvio Dante, Tony Soprano, guy I was telling you about.
I've got $250 million casino and a huge Italian-American customer base.
Providence, East Boston, good people.
Our part of the world, we're closer than Atlantic City.
Yeah, well, this fucking protest, you know, that burning Columbus and effigy down there.
They're gonna lay down in front of the parade.
That's not gonna happen. People like Red Clay, they're out of touch. They're in their ivory towers. They don't understand the economic opportunity that funds much of the Native American community.
Well, we all got kids. We don't want to see our heritage attacked, that's all.
Food, like that solves all the world's problems.
Bobby, we've been neighbors. I know that we don't talk much, but if you want to, I'm here for you.
How nice of you.
That day, when she had the accident, I was stuck in traffic. And my son called because Karen wanted me to pick up steaks and eggplants. And I was mad at her for sending me. I was tired.
Boy, it was fine.
I was mad at her, but I was stuck in traffic because of her accident. She was up the road ahead of me, lying in twisted metal, but I didn't know, and I could have been with her. I should have been there to help her, but I was mad at her. Oh, my sweet Karen. My sweet girl.
God.
Everyone's looking at Barbie seeing what they don't have.
Tony, I wish I had better news. I struck out. Red Clay didn't go for it.
Oh, it's about the ionized Cody thing.
The guy pretended he didn't even know me. You believe the son of a bitch?
What do you know about Cody? It's nice meeting you, and I appreciate the effort.
You gotta let me make it up to you. Come on up, spend a day, Sill, whoever you want. High rollers room, everything counts.
Sure, that sounds good. Hope you had it all fucked up. It don't mean nothing anyway, because it's like knowing James Connor's an Italian. We hire a detective. I think it's over, Sil. Yeah, but it's over.
And he had so much sadness, so much love for her, such complete and pure emotion. I felt unworthy to even be in his presence. I was so moved by him. And then I look at Ralphie.
You saw in this man the things that you want in your life. Truth. Love.
Yes, somehow I have to find a way to move away from the darkness and toward the light.
What does this man do?
He works with my brother, but he's not like the others.
Janice.
Sandy, he's different, believe me.
Sandy really he is. I mean,
But
I'm still in the business, but
back
still.
to Ralph. You've got to sit him down and level with him.
That sounds scary. That sounds terrifying talking to Ralph.
That you're famous
I find it so interesting how all the psychiatrists are different. Like her, Meadows,
Yeah.
Tony's, like the environment they're sitting in.
Carmela's as well.
They're all so different.
Wanted to give you a check for Jace's tuition.
Okay. There's statements up in my bedroom.
Oh, that's okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
John, I'm here at Christopher Columbus Park in Newark, where this afternoon violence broke out
What do you think?
Yeah.
of 18 various Italian-American pride organizations. Get out of here! This is our day! You hear that? Hey, fire! People to ignore!
My God, this is tragic.
For who?
Could be scored without being known as Adagio.
I mean, I think he's just like the rest.
Yeah. Well, I'm just wanting to make sure. Janice.
This is terrifying.
Janice.
He's moving in. He's literally moving in. He came with
Janice,
a suitcase
leave
of
the state.
and his things are.
Leave the state.
This is it, hon. This is the last of the stuff I had at Rose. Benito.
Your shoes.
What?
Did I ask you to take your shoes off when you came in this house?
I'm sorry, hon.
Forgot.
You're still not
So
taking them
that's
off.
just it. You're fucking fucked up!
Does he want to kill him? Is this your way of trying to kill him?
Get out! Get out!
Ah! Back! I'll kill you, crazy bitch. I'll kill you, bitch. You crazy cunt!
Get out!
Ah!
Was the suitcase empty?
It was not a suitcase. It was like a
yeah.
wrapped.
Should have been there.
Christopher does not give a shit.
Maybe we gotta just whack this.
You felt so strongly about this, you forgot it
All
was
you thought
Monday.
about was blackjack.
Literally.
What? You think to stay in the country was free, don't you? Well, I wasn't. It's bad blood with Frankie's manager, so the chief wants me to call him directly. As payback for him reaching out to Red Clay. Well, you're gonna make the fucking call. I ain't seen Frankie for years. Tough shit! You're making the fucking call! Do this fucking parade already!
I don't know what you're so hot about. They discriminate against all Italians as a group when they disallow Columbus.
Oh, will you fucking stop? Group. Gary Cooper. Now, there was an American. A strong, silent type. He did what he had to
Strong,
do.
silent
He
type.
faced down the Miller gang when none of those other assholes in town would lift a finger to help him. And did he complain? Did he say, oh, I come from this poor Texas, Irish, illiterate fucking background or whatever the fuck, so leave me the fuck out of it because my people got fucked over?
That was the movies.
And what the fuck difference does that make? Columbus was so long ago, he might as well have been a fucking movie. If he was American around nowadays, he'd be a member of some victims group. The fundamentalist Christians, the abused cowboys, the gays, whatever the fuck.
He was gay, Gary?
No! Are you listening to me?
Hey, people suffered.
All the good things you got in your life, did they come to you because you're color race? I'll tell you the answer. The answer is no. You got a smart kid that like to went to college. You got a wife who's a piece of ass. That shit doesn't come from Columbus or the Godfather or Chef fucking Boyardee.
We gotta tiptoe around the Indians, though, don't we? We can't call our teams the Braves or the Tomahawks.
Oh, you take it up with Frankie Valley when you're talking.
God.
I love this episode.
This was an interesting episode.
I thought it was great. I mean, it was very straightforward. It was kind of, how do I explain it? It was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I would call this episode a bit like slower because...
Like a filler.
Yeah, filler. Yeah, I mean, technically, like, I liked, again, seeing this man and, like, the way they behave. And I found this topic an interesting topic. You can connect it to a lot of things in just like different cultures or whatever, you know, to a lot of men that we all know and things like that. But technically, like, connecting to any other things, it was a filler episode because, like, we didn't progress in any way of our storylines with our characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, in that regards, it was a, let's say, slower episode, but, like, I feel like the topic was interesting.
No, I really enjoyed it. Like, we were dealing with identity politics, basically, and what they were discussing in this episode, like, them being the victims because, like, they're Italian and whatever, and how they were approaching that whole subject. They represented a lot of, not a lot, but, like, they represented this, like, portion of people in our country.
That's what I want to say. It's not a lot. It's not a big portion.
No, it's just like the portion that annoys me most, you know, like that you want to like take and shake, basically, like to but like I can't even say how they say it. I don't even know like if it's not a lot or like I don't think in our generation it's a lot because like
I definitely don't think it.
You know, also again, I don't know if we surround ourselves with people that like would not hold that viewpoint. But like, for example, like they even mentioned Milosevic in this episode, you know, so like there we are. A lot of identity of our people is really tied into people wanting us to be victims of something, you know? And so like a lot of war criminals are hailed highly. For example, not Milosevic. You know, no one has a nice thing to say about Milosevic because like there was problems in our country. Like there was a huge protest that at the end like took Milosevic out of the ruling. I don't know the word in English right now, but like there are a lot of other war criminals that like if you have ever visited Belgrade and you like pass through streets or whatever, you're gonna see like murals. Like I grew up in a place where like I saw every day for like 20 something years like the mural of Ratko Mladic. Like if you mention that, I never know what response I'm gonna get from another person, like when you mention these types of people from our history. And like they're always gonna tell you, people that are gonna disagree with you, they're gonna tell you, oh, these people defended us because like we were the ones that are like victims and everything, and so like they were defending us by doing these awful war crimes, you know. So like this felt very familiar to me, like these types of conversations and like these types of people felt very familiar to people in our country as well. And so like that's what
one
made it
specific, I feel like, type of people.
Yeah, like
I feel like I don't even know how to explain that. Like I feel like I don't think I don't know. What do you mean, like you don't know what the response would be?
Like if I take a random person, like a random older person, not
okay,
older,
no, okay.
but let me like if I take a random person 40 plus, specifically a guy, I would not be certain what his response would be. Like if I just take it, like if I went in a bar, I would not know what his response would be. You know,
interesting. I mean, I honestly don't. I at least don't have that impression that there is most of it. There is a lot of them. I feel like most of them have grown out of that phase. I think most of the graphics or things on the street have been written by younger like kids, or people who have never grown out and like educated themselves.
Yeah, but I think like the thing is, we are like maybe our country is the rate of people that like go to universities and get a higher education that even like finish college. It's not that it's not high, but like it's not necessarily too high, and so like there's a lot of people that remain in their very ignorant bubble, that just like need to believe that like we are victims, and that's why we are victims to the Croatian, we are victims. And like, of course there were moments in history where like there was injustice done on us, and like, I mean, every country has that, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have an original story, and in no way would that ever justify what we have done.
No, yeah, I just think, I agree. This episode, like some of those things were very relatable.
Yeah.
Meaning that like I have heard the similar stories many times before that. So like, and in my opinion, it sounded ridiculous watching them fight. Like you said, like this is really the hill you want to die on. Like this is.
I mean, that's the way they even wrote the episode. Like they wrote it in a way to be ridiculous. You know, like for you to like, if you ever hold that point of view and you listen to what they say, you'll be like, what? Like I think similar maybe like to The Boys, like when they do the whole Trump thing, when it's so obviously. And like still people like don't get it.
No, that's what I want to say. Like that's what I found the most interesting in this episode, because like I laughed many times when they said something that like maybe is so ridiculous or should make me angry. Like it didn't make me angry because of the way that like it was written. It was fucking ridiculous, basically.
Yeah, it's like
in my opinion. Yeah,
but like that is honestly how people speak.
Or like them. There was a moment them sitting around and talking about how like Native Americans like. Yeah, I think like, Bobby said like something like I would have liked to just like
sit. I would like to sit and get like government checks or whatever, and then just like the camera pans out and them sitting and the way that they earn money is by other people working. Like it was so ridiculous. No, it was very on the nose. Like they were not hiding anything. Like they were making this episode basically being like, look how dumb they are. And like you know when Tony is the one that's making most sense there at the end of the episode, like things are bad.
Yeah.
So like in that way it was very like, I think even what the fuck was his name, Uncle, that's not Uncle, like when the one mentioned anti-Semitism because like he was relating Hitler to Columbus, and like he took that to say anti-Semitism, which like at this day and age, like where we are right now, also seems like very appropriate, because like people are kind of throwing the word, I mean anti-Semitism is like at a high, but also like people are using anti-Semitism to just like throw that word around when you like want to talk about what Israel is doing to Palestine, like the genocide. And so like they just want to say, oh, you're anti-Semitic, so like that, him saying that was like, oh well, 25 years later we're still here, it's just like some things don't change.
Yeah.
So like I thought even that was funny. Yeah, I mean AJ was also like literally reading a history book.
No, AJ was
and being like, but like it says here.
Yeah, no, but that was the why this episode was, in my opinion, very interesting. Yeah. Because of the way that like it was structured. Basically, him talking to his grown-ass parents who were praising this man, and he's literally reading it from the book, that says history.
Yeah.
On it, and they're like, oh my god. Tony said something like, one time you read the book
and it's like lies.
Yeah.
But just like literally this is the hill you want to die on, just because like Christopher Columbus happens to be Italian, you know what I mean? Like just like you learn in elementary school, like from first grade to fourth grade, you learn Christopher Columbus discovered America, and that's why you like, that's the only knowledge you have of Christopher Columbus. So like in your mind, okay, he like discovered America. Then later on you understand like how everything came to pass and like how fucking horrific it was, and then you're like, oh, he was a bad guy. Like it's pretty clear cut, like there's not much to discuss there, there's like so many historical figures are awful. Like we went through history class, just like they have done this and this and this, and like so many of them are fucking awful. So like, I mean, this is the hill you want to like choose to fucking die on. Ridiculous, because like you connected to being Italian. I don't know. It seemed
it was interesting.
Yeah.
Again, the topic was very fun, and like I think the episode was structured very fun as well.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I think it said the point that it wanted to say.
Yeah.
And yeah, also we had a story with Janice and Rolf.
That was
and
interesting.
That episode, but like mostly about Janice, which was interesting. I don't know how to explain Janice. Like,
she is so peculiar.
yeah, that's the right word, let's say. Like honestly, that's the thing, because like we're seeing her in therapy, and somehow my first thought, she's 100% lying to this therapist. I don't know how to explain that. Like I sometimes forget how probably traumatizing and like her childhood has been. She has grown up with the same mother that like Tony has grown up, and like God, she was his father's favorite daughter, basically, you know, like he took her everywhere to where he did work, you know.
Yeah.
It's like all those things has shaped her to who she is right now, and has affected her so much, you know. But somehow, again, she had all these scenes during this show that to me make her ridiculous, you know. It's like, and I never know again what to expect from her, meaning I always expect lies. I expect her to play a part every single time.
I understand, because like everything that she said, like to the therapist, that's all true. You know what I mean? Like that's literally all true. Like she is still like, she's attracted to powerful men and like
all
wanting
true.
their approval because of her brother, because of her, like all of it is true. And like the thing is, the fact that she like knows and understands this, you know what I mean? And like I feel like the way that she speaks, like she knows what justifies her behaviors. You know what I mean? Like she understands that, but like I can't explain this. I think she's like, this justifies it, so I'm gonna be this, and I don't care about like repairing this, you know,
but
just
like, then
but I'm gonna complain about it.
No, that's just then similar to Tony. That's similarly what Tony is doing. It's like they come to this knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, because like it's not like she knew this probably. Like she went to the therapist because she had a problem, because like let's say probably of the things that she has done, things how she felt and things like that, you know. And she went to this therapist, and she realized all these similar things that like Tony has realized about himself as well, looking for a woman who reminds him of his mother, you know, and millions of other things, you know, like why he is who he is, why he's doing what he's doing, you know, and behaving. And like she discovered all the same. So like it was very interesting to see those things. It just like somehow in the beginning it really took me off guard, just because again I constantly see her just playing this part. And like now with the therapist, my first thought, oh, she's gonna, God knows what part is she gonna play now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and like you said, it was interesting that like, again, she understands how she became who she is, and she accepted it. Is she gonna try to do anything to change her ways, let's say? That is the question.
Well, look, at least she like broke up with Ralphie.
But like, why?
Well, because like she saw Bobby and how much he like deeply cared about his wife and loved her. And so like I don't know like if this is a permanent thing, or if it's just like in this moment that's what she feels, and so like she acts on it, and like next time like she's gonna change her mind, you know what I mean? Like I'm not sure if it's like she's like reactionary to this moment where we are at right now. You know, I really never know. Janice.
Yeah, that's
I have
what
no
I
idea
said.
what to expect.
Like, when he came home to her place,
yeah,
and said, "Oh, I broke it off with Roa," he was so happy, and he came. She didn't look happy. Like,
well, that's like after she went and spoke to the therapist, where she like told her like, again, you're choosing these men or whatever. Like, and so like in that point, where she like, you saw that she was not happy, but like she still, you know, went up into the bedroom with him. I was like, this is one of those moments in The Sopranos, you know, when like the character knows what they're doing is not what should be done, but like they still go with it, you know. Like we had that scene with Carmela, we had the scene with Meadow, like when she chose not to go to Europe or whatever. Like there's these moments where like I think you clearly like don't feel completely right with this decision that you're about to make, but you still make it, you know. You still like succumb to your environment or whatever. I just felt like it was one of those things, you know, when that happened. But like at the end, she now pushed him.
The way that she decided to break off with him.
Yeah, I mean, somehow it seems expected. You know, I mean, again, just because like I don't think there is a healthy way in this relationship. I don't think there's a healthy thing in this relationship. So like her pushing him down the stairs felt appropriate for the type of relationship that they have, you know, like for the type of people that they are. The thing is, like, Ralphie is terrifying, but like this is Tony's sister, so like he is limited on what he can actually do here to her.
I mean, I feel
so
like, I feel like
in that way, maybe I'm not afraid for her.
No, I'm not afraid at all. I mean, Ralphie is terrifying, and I'm wondering because like we saw what he did when the girl slapped his face. Again, he was on cocaine at that point, but like I wouldn't put past him that like he would beat her up as well if she did it if he wasn't on drugs at that point. But like honestly, I'm not afraid because like his hands are a bit tight. In this moment, because
like if that was anyone else, you know what I mean?
Like that's what
Janice
feels. I
is
feel
counting
like
on.
Exactly. I feel like she knows that he cannot. That she's pretty protected. I mean, the only thing she had to do was first lock herself in the room for him not to enter, because like the only scary moment could have been like immediate,
like when he's not thinking
like when he's just angry. So like if she stopped him in that moment, then she's gonna be good, because later Tony is gonna protect her, I guess, you know. I don't know, it's very interesting.
I don't know, I wonder where that thing is gonna go.
The woman also said like she's looking approval from her brother as well, like that she switched that from her father when he died to basically her brother, and she's constantly looking for an approval from him.
I mean, again,
and yet she is always choosing those men who have problems with him. You know,
well, that's that love hate thing. That's like a very thin line to walk.
Interesting, honestly.
I really, really, really like Johnny Sack. I don't know what to tell you.
Me too.
This man respects his wife. He heard this joke that was made about his wife. He is done with you. I respect that.
I honestly, from the start, had that feeling. I honestly always knew that like I liked him. I just wanted to have that confirmation, because like I thought show on purpose.
I mean, they did, like, they put him in a relationship. What is the wife's name? I forget.
Ginny.
But like they put him in a relationship, albeit a happy one, I guess, or like at least a good one, with a woman that the other guys that are just all of them fucking sleazebags, you know, would not find, I guess, attractive or whatever. Like where they would give themselves the right to treat her like they treat any fucking other women. And like the show placed him with her to like, again, then the stark difference between, like, similar with Bobby, who's standing there like crying over his wife, and he never had a like Guma or whatever on the side. Like those are the only, let's say, two men in this show honestly, that like respect the women that they're with.
And honestly, like, just because like I feel like the show, like the writers did it on purpose.
Definitely.
You know, like I from the start thought that like it's even though we didn't have many scenes with the two of them, I from the start thought that like show wanted to prove a point. With that relationship. So like I immediately thought that like because of that I would love him, because like I thought he's gonna love and respect his wife. Because it didn't seem like that like now he's gonna go and cheat on her and like sleep with this many women or like whatever, you know. It just seemed that way, especially because there was also a scene where the guys before that made a joke and they all stopped when he entered in, you know, like nobody dare to say to his face, of course, you know. And so when Paul told it to him, I was just wondering who is he gonna say the joke is, like who is he gonna, like what is he gonna want to do with telling him that, and then we realized that like he said it like Ralphie said that joke. I don't remember if Ralphie said, because like everybody.
Ralphie did, yeah.
Okay,
like,
because
something
everybody
like
laughed,
mole,
you know, maybe
like removing a mole or whatever.
Yeah. And, like everybody laughed. So in my opinion, they all as
Are
guilty
complicit
as
completely.
he is. Like it wasn't one time that they made the joke.
It's just
like it happened many
that's
times.
what
So,
I want
like
to say.
anybody
Like,
could have
Paul,
said it.
I think Paulie, like a few episodes back, made the joke about his wife.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
what I wanna say.
it doesn't
So-
matter. Like at this point, just like it fell on Ralphie.
Yeah.
It could have been any one of them. You know what I mean? Like this, it just fell on Ralphie.
But like
at this
Paulie
point.
did it on purpose,
Yeah.
and
But the way that I'm like, yeah.
But like
go
that,
against them.
Yeah, but like that's the same as not just like against Ralphie. That's like go against each other.
That's what I mean. I want them to like pull each other down.
It's like similar, like in the previous episode, like when Silvio was mad to Tony because like he put Christopher in charge. And I'm like, yes, be mad at Tony because he's manipulating Christopher and putting him in charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want problems within them.
Yeah,
to
it makes
happen
me so
in every
happy.
single episode. So like any plot twist, any twist that's happening, anybody going behind each other's back is very interesting
Love
to me
it.
to watch, you know.
I love it.
And so
and
yeah.
considering I respect Johnny, I'm like, do you want to take over? I'm gonna vote for you. Like, do it. Do whatever you fucking want to this crew. I don't care. Like, they're all awful people, and I'm just sitting here.
I mean, Johnny Sack is probably.
I mean, he's awful. Absolutely.
Yes, but like again, that's the thing.
The
he
bars on the fucking
can
floor.
have one plus,
Yeah.
and that is loving and respecting a person that he is with.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's a big plus.
Again, Tony's plus from the start was his love for his children, let's say, you know, like you can always have find something to sympathize in a character, even though they do bad things.
Yeah.
You know, and like for every character, basically. And for Johnny Sack, at least in my opinion, is the fact that like he loves and respects his wife.
Yeah, I mean, as he's still in this business,
Yes.
it profits again, like on the backs of other
That's
people.
what I'm saying. Like when you
that
said like
stands. That
take
stands.
over, there should be no taking over.
Well, yeah, I
We
mean,
should
in
all
an
fall
ideal
down.
world, you know what I mean? But like when it doesn't all fall down, Johnny Sack might as well be like the main one, you know what I mean? Like the bar's on the fucking floor. Yeah. But like I do enjoy seeing all of them going against each other.
I'm wondering when what's gonna happen with Polly and when Tony's gonna realize that like he's the one who is basically telling the information to Johnny, not just like about Ralphie or about the business as well. He's bringing in problems for Tony, so like that's just gonna continue, and that's gonna be the storyline probably for this season, honestly.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
again, like the only thing that like that part makes me feel anything for is Christopher, who like does view them as like a family, but all of them are like can't wait to stab each other in the back, basically. Yeah. So,
I mean, yeah,
that's fun. That's it.
Okay, guys.
I can't wait to watch the next episode.
Me too. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.